This is Blazers All Access, an inside look at UAB athletics. Presented by Pepsi, a Southern original, and by Viva Health, part of the UAB health system. Here's the voice of the Blazers, David Crane.
Welcome to Blazers All Access. David Crane along with head coach Bill Clark, and I can't tell you how happy we are to be talking UAB football in a season-opening 45-35 win over Central Arkansas last Thursday night here in Birmingham. We start with the Pepsi game recap. Coach, you led by as many as 24 in the second half. What pleased you the most about that win?
You know, just from, and I say these things, these things that are important to a coach, from practice, locker room, pre-game, the warm-ups, all those things that got us with all the stuff we've dealt with, that got us to that point to be able to play the game.
A few signs of it being a first game, 3 turnovers, 8 penalties, but you also came up with 3 takeaways and turned those into 21 points.
Yeah, I think for us, we were disappointed in the fact, we never want to turn it over. That's one of our big things we talk about, and you saw how it led to direct points, so that's something we got to work on. Obviously, it was good for us to get those takeaways at the same time.
Blazers able to capitalize on the takeaways. They turn them in eventually to a 10-point win. Here's some of the highlights from Legion Field.
He'll hand it to Brown, going right, makes a man miss, slips another tackle at the 40, down the sideline to the 30, and forced out of bounds. Drops to throw, great protection, deep over the middle. Mitchell makes the grab at the 25, veers left to the 20, tackled from behind. He's into motion to the near side. Lucero sets up the screen to the far side. Mitchell's got it at the 15, cuts outside to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown UAB! And now take the shotgun snap. They try to run the inside handoff. Ball not loose. It is still loose. Picked up by UAB. Sends him back to the 31. It's fumbled and covered up by UAB. Lucius Stanley the handoff. Coming left with a blocker in front, and he will score for the Blazers. Smith to throw again. Rifles it near sideline. Intercepted at the 40. Across midfield near side. First and 10 at the 30. Handoff, Jermaine Brown cuts it up at the 25, veers right at the 20, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown UAB!
The highlights are brought to you by Viva Health.
You weren't thinking about a Medicare plan back then, but at Viva Medicare, it's been on our mind for a long time. And we know a thing or two about making Medicare easy. That's why our plans have $0 copays for primary care physician visits. So when the time comes to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan that focuses on the things you're passionate about, we'll be here for you. Viva Medicare. Enjoy life without the worry. Learn more at vivahealth.com/Medicare.
Sometimes you don't find your comfort zone. You create a new one. Regions can help with advice and tools to help you budget, save, and plan your financial future so you can brave a new beginning.
This segment of Blazers All Access is sponsored by Regions Bank.
Welcome back to Blazers All Access. We checked some of the stats from Thursday night's UAB win over Central Arkansas. 459 total yards for the offense. Wonderful balance. 226 passing, 233 rushing. You had 29 first downs, Coach, and held it for better than 37 minutes on the night.
This is the performance we've been looking for out of our offense against, I think, a very solid defense, as time will tell, on Central Arkansas. But, I was pleased we were balanced. Obviously, we've got to be able to run the ball, and I think we saw that we've improved there.
Your defense allowed less than 300 yards against an offense that's got some talented players.
I think we were sitting there at 100 and something yards as we went to the end of the game, minus the fact that they started, inside the 10 on a couple turnovers and then one score that was not the defense's fault on a strip. So, good things. A little disappointed there at the very end, but a really pretty solid night for the defense.
Offensively, you had 2 quarterbacks complete 71% of their passes and throw 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, really, Tyson and Bryce both came in, did some good things. I know Tyler would like to have that first interception back, but really they played well, both of them.
Spencer Brown, 24 carries, $127, a touchdown. That looked like freshman Spencer Brown, didn't it?
Yeah, that's, as we say, the new and improved Spencer Brown. I know he was excited, and I told you, he had talked about at halftime, get me the ball, coach. I said, don't worry, we're going to.
Last stat, 19 straight home wins for UAB. That is a Conference USA record.
I did not even know that. I knew we were, where we were nationally and as far as our rank, but did not even know that. So that was a great surprise at the end of the game.
Legacy is what you do every day. We try not only to help people with their financial legacies, we hope that we enrich their lives and help them become better people so that total package, at the end of the day, is something they can be proud of. We help them craft their legacy.
As we celebrate 100 years of women's suffrage, we reflect upon a time when we could not register to vote nor hold public office. But now, we have the privilege of representing the people of Alabama in the state legislature.
We must continue to educate and empower women because together we can continue to shatter records and overcome barriers.
Register to vote and obtain your photo ID so you too can exercise your right to vote on November 3rd.
This segment of Blazers All Access is sponsored by Children's of Alabama.
Time now for the player of the game. This week we changed it a little bit. It's more like the position of the game, and we went with the tight ends. Garrett Prince, Hayden Pittman had 7 receptions combined, 68 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Quite a night for those two in particular.
Yeah, and this is a group that's talented. We've got really good players there. We need to use them. We did. They caught the ball extremely well. They're blocking. We're moving them around, doing a lot of different things. Really proud of that position.
Mention those two, but you've got a lot of depth at that spot, don't you?
We do. We've got Malik Bryant's a guy that you're going to hear more about, Terrell McDonald. So there's a lot of other good players as well.
How much versatility does that give to your offense?
Yes, and that's what we want. We want to get them in the box. We want to be able to spread them out. We motion them. We move them around. You can hide them in there, as you can see. So a lot of things we can do.
Sometimes you don't find your comfort zone. You create a new one. Regions can help with advice and tools to help you budget, save, and plan your financial future so you can brave a new beginning.
Building something special here. We're building it together.
Commit to it. 1, 2, 3. Win is one.
Legacy is what you do every day. We try not only to help people with their financial legacies, we hope that we enrich their lives and help them become better people so that total package, at the end of the day, is something they can be proud of. We help them craft their legacy.
This segment of Blazers All Access is sponsored by Legacy Credit Union.
Next up for the Green and Gold, another non-conference game. It's Thursday night in South Florida. The Blazers take on the Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium. It will be their season opener. Are you glad now to have a game under your belt?
I think so. I think the fact that first game, second game improvement that we always talk about, hopefully we're going to see that. And it's one thing to say something, it's another thing to see it on film.
Manny Diaz, the head coach, known for his defense, isn't he?
Yeah, I've been a defense coordinator, really done well in that role, as winning and got him a new offense coordinator, Rhett Lashley, so we know there's going to be some changes there.
Familiar name to folks in these parts with Rhett Lashley. Is slowing down their talented quarterback, De'Aaron King, number one on the to-do list?
It really is. Watching him when he was at Houston, he's very dynamic. He sounds like he's lit it up this summer, just from what you hear from their scrimmages. So we got to contain him. He's very dangerous.
Any nerves at all about going on the road in this day and time?
I don't think so. I think we're taking every precaution. We're testing before we leave. We test when we land. We want to just keep being extra safe.
UAB in Miami, first ever meeting Thursday night, 7 o'clock kickoff. You can watch it on the ACC network. Pregame on the Blazer Sports Network starts at 6 o'clock. Landon Roberts and Buffalo Wild Wings with the Pepsi pregame show. Good luck against the Hurricanes.
Thank you.
For head coach Bill Clark, I'm David Crane. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time on Blazers All Access.
Blazers All Access has been presented by Pepsi, a Southern original, and by Viva Health, part of the UAB health system. This has been a production of the Blazer Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.